Okay, guys, so we are in Wavey. Come on, let's go. We are in Bakersville, Tennessee. It's about halfway between Waverly and down at the marina on the river. And it's just a little town, wide spot in the road, basically. Kind of neat town. And it's got this cemetery here, so let's check it out. Okay, the beagle's helping again, sort of. Let's see what this says here. Okay, this says, the one on the left says, Captain, it says, Captain William Robert Anderson, 1921 to 2007, born half mile north of here on June 17th, 1921. William Robert Anderson was a 1943 graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. He served during World War II and participated in 11 combat patrols in the Pacific. Anderson was the commanding officer of the first atomic submarine, the USS Nautilus, which made the first transpolar voyage under the North Pole in August 1958. President Dwight D. Eisenhower awarded him the Legion of Merit. Anderson represented Tennessee's 6th District in Congress from 1965 to 1973. He died in Leesburg, Virginia on February 25th, 2007. Was buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Wow, that's a big deal. And Howdy Wyatt Caraway, 1878 to 1950. Howdy W. Caraway was born February 1st, 1878, 1/2 mile south of here. In 1902, she married Thaddeus H. Caraway and moved to Jonesboro, Arkansas, following the death of her husband, a United States Senator. In 1931, she entered the Senate from Arkansas by gubernatorial very windy today, hold on guys. Gubernatorial appointment. A year later, Caraway became the first woman elected to the upper chamber of the U.S. Congress. During her 13-year tenure, she became the first woman to preside over the Senate and to chair a Senate committee. A Democrat, she was a champion of Roosevelt's New Deals program. Senator Caraway's term of office in the U.S. Senate ended in 1944. Howdy W. Caraway died in December 1950. Okay, so those are probably just two predominant people, from this area that might, not buried here, but I think maybe the town would want to claim, Bakersville Cemetery. It's up on a hill here. Here, I'll show you. So, there's the church across the street. And Wavey's not helping. You're pulling, and you're not helping. Okay guys, it's getting dark and I need to give myself a little time to get back, but I'm not too far from home, so and I can ride in the dark if I have to. I am feeling out of shape. Holy cow. I need to just do more hiking, I think. I was doing lots of walking in Florida, but I feel now like, anyways, Strickland, Maggie. There's Strickland, died in 1925, 1882 to 1925. Okay, so here's the Stricklands, only 3 years old. We got to a heartbreaker right away, didn't we guys? And then one right next to it. Oh, like March to October 1913. Dina, so sorry. Like I've said before guys, I sometimes think that God has a mercy on some people, takes them out of this harsh world early, for his own reasons. Molinks, John Pleasant, what a middle name. Why don't we name people like that anymore? John Pleasant Molinks and Josephine Whitfield. A lot of old ones here. Not sure how much I'll make out of these. Let's go over here. It's a nice. There's some under a tree. I always like the ones that kind of planted next to a tree. Here, we'll start over here. Rachel, Murray, and John. He was born 1862, died 1891. He was like 20 something years old, 29 or. And Rachel was only, oh no, she lived for a long time. Oh. Okay, this one I will try to make out a little bit here, guys. M.A., let's see, Porch, P-O-R-C-H, Porch is the last name, 1806 to 1887. Here's another Porch. William B. Porch. Died 1876. 1805 to 1876. 71 years old. The Lord, I can't make all that out. Maybe someone can. Here, can someone make that out? The Lord giveth, I think, maybe? And the Lord, oh, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Yep. That's right. Nancy Porch. She's 27 years old. People died so young sometimes. Let's see. I want to make this one out, guys. We'll see what I can do here. Wavey's always pulling. Okay. I can't make out much. Peter Porch, I believe, is his name. Leona Fabus Bone. These names often remind me of the characters in the Shipping News, one of my favorite all-time books and movies. And the names in Newfoundland. Great movie if you guys, and great book if you guys still like to read. It says my wife, Josie, and that's too faded to know. I know there are techniques that people do, like with paper, and they take like chalk and they slowly, make an imprint on a piece of paper to see what some of these say. There's probably other methods too. Maybe I'll learn them. Maybe I'll get really good at this sometime. My father's house are many mansions. Victoria Porch, daughter of William B. and William A. Or M.A. Porch. She was married in 1860. There's a lot of porches here. There's another one. Clifford Porch. Man, there's a lot of old stones here, guys. Let's let this pass real quick. Okay, guys, I'll let that fire truck pass. It was heading in the general direction of the marina, but I'm not too worried. I don't think my boat's on fire. I don't think they would send that out if it was. So, I mean, you know what I mean. How much do I personally need to be worried about that? Okay. Let's see. Looking for like a really standout kind of interesting stone. In one way they're all interesting, but sometimes there's one that just you find, like there's a cemetery up near Ontonagon in a town called Nisula, and it's a rock that people say is a meteorite. I should show you sometime. Actually, I'll go do a cemetery ramblings of it this summer if I remember. I should, and I'll show you that it's a meteorite stone, and you got to wonder, like, how how that came to be, that guy's stone, and why he chose that. And there's got to be a story behind that. And it seems like every cemetery I'm in, there's always at least one that's just kind of like the oddball, the oddball of the county, or something like that just did it his way. That's how that to a certain extent you always got to like tell your own stories here, kind of like backfill. I know that Wander Hussey does that on her channel. She will find an abandoned place and then she'll just start like extrapolating out a story of her own to kind of explain the inhabitants of the old farm or something, and I think it's fun. Okay, there's a Dearden. Look like very sweet people to me. Our beloved children, Christy, Michelle, Robbie, and Brandy. Yep. Okay, and then there's this. I guess it fell over, and no one's bothered to fix it yet. 1889 to 1893, only 4 years old. Yeah. I see some caps. Kelly, Shelby. Over here is Brake, Cavendier, Pace. There's a Choate. Now, only about 3 or 4 miles down the road is that Fowlery Cemetery, if I'm pronouncing that right, and there was some Choates in there too. So, it makes sense. There's Wyatt. Oh, okay. I think I might see the coolest name in the cemetery. I haven't brought that one back in a while. What is this? Here we go. Giesenhofer. Francis X, of course, right? Francis X. Giesenhofer and Billy C. Giesenhofer. That is quite the name. I'm guessing that's German, but if maybe 1919 to 1990, 1920 to 1992. Giesenhofer. Here's a Miriam Gray Giesenhofer Ramey. Here, there, and everywhere. And I think I see another couple of Giesenhofers over here. Billy C. Wavey, please stop pulling. U.S. Army, World War II. And Francis X. Okay, well, it's the same one there. They just put up some different stones for them, but World War II. Robert Wavey, stop. Please stop. Robert Wyatt, 1889 to 1964. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. I have to think about it. I mean, that seems like it makes sense, but I have to think about that. Okay, guys, well, Wavey's she's just pulling, and I shouldn't let her pull with the sewed up hole in her neck at the moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I see some Murphys, Fernandez, Woods, Reynolds, Flexer. Anything with an X in it is interesting to me. Let's go look at this one real quick. It's also starting to rain. Flexer. That's interesting. Don't see a lot of X's in really any words at all. Wife of Sidney Flexer. Collins, Dredden, McKinley. Okay, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. This would be the Bakersville, Tennessee cemetery, the old one, up on a hill, right across the street from the Bakersville Church of Christ. If you want to look it up. I will see you soon. We'll keep doing this. See you soon.